wɔyɛ ready baby a yɛde ne bɔ bia obetumi abɔma team no Barcelona ɛnneɛma akɔ yɛde ama on the wɔyɛ ever ready ɔno so no ɛbɔma Chelsea nneɛma akɔ ɛde ama Barca boboko no ɛdom ɛyɛ abrante de din ɛde Ferran Torres nkɔma kakra wɔde atutwa ɛwɔ dwumadie so na yɛse wodi nneɛma sisi nsɛniani na keka de si ɛne aburoni ɛfran ɛyɛ strategically na dia yɛse players yɛse some the last summer and babe pim ne player what making impact here pa Louis Jassa Bayern Boboko na sign no every Liverpool na sign sa abanent na to pa de abrante no 14 goals na abrante na in all competition adema Bayern Boboko fe ni increase ni impact Bayern team no was really a pa and to feed the last summer ever players or myself ma what pano Jordan Campano I abrante your friend Louis Jassa Jotosumi no as you who go iketike player na Louis Jazz acquire Liverpool kofano adine Babrante make us say ono top of the so na papa ni impactor wono so emeki our Liverpool so na e was so pa ana afa strong bobo kono wo mo kofa Babrante de there is Joaquim Pinachelli ade akoda ne ebae na akoda no so yese wo kofa liga na ball pa akoda di Diagro Buta wono so 12 goals ana Babrante no so ase afa so wo call Leona wo mo our Babrante de din ade Pavel aye switch and akoda no so 11 goals ne kwano Jonathan Baggett enso no awo mepato enter Frankfurt akoda no so di dwuma ye pa and this season wo players as summer wo moto ma make impact mepato ehon koma kakra ana media dan wo dwuma de so na wonim say no da Barca Eddie Juma na Barca Juma no mo eboy no wo mo enso eche Real Racing Club Santander edi omo ho agro we de o ma anya nkrofo ebie edi obi Ferran enya go ana afela me yama enso enya ne de Barca forte so wo mo de o mo ntesa ya no amo de wo mo ya se o se adoyo we de bibia mo mbeye ama Juma no enso tima e kama ne ye reporter epa e wo Juma ne so no da AC Milan eti komo forte o mo sasabe o ma so ma fufura enye omunia no mpemfo so and Christopher Nkuku enya go and then Rabi Mpato akoda ne koye no 2 goals na no da brace and opoye ma ne ma e kama edema AC Milan bobo ko na no ye reporter and also etoda wo Italia and pay make it kakra e de ama wan sesa wo do so na me kokko bi menu akate reporter men say ka ya say ukokko bi menu a ya say this season one say player ne want ne Manchester United ye pa eje kobi menu essence amawim ba no amawe mi sada yusu abrante ne sa ama obeka eba ma kobi menu ni bra peyini kwa ekosa atade a ya twekire ene anim nyina free kobi menu ama amawe mba beka se enya sa ntwe na o ma 20 ana ade ba kwate ade kwate a ode abrante ne kwa start game ha wonde enya de so be ne sa ante ana te so peyin ya pam no na ano na manfo ehwe kwan a kobi menu ebe for so successful at Manchester United reporter men say ka say yes after say open economy say no kobi enya de say abrante no be ko bia sisia no ne bo any train no ye nyina manfo fi say kama no ye dia efi kobi menu akate edi eba wo dwuma de so na no pen no ye katire edi ama e wo ye sese awodo so I ensure your number one akan radio says the asantman ati edi atumni ai technicians ye dwuma otumi say ye tie on white pa na nyazem goto video mu a o de ma minni agromra na me ba na ma ba be din komo ye edi ato beta Bruno Fernandes captain at Manchester United now. Yes, open one player as a market comic. With me successful. Oh, Manchester United, General Super Bruno Fernandes. As answer, yes, Bruno somewhere 2024. And according to Commerce, you can play as anchor. Wamubo Manchester United and Kene, Wanu Bruno Enyaya, and Konu Esia Kain, Emubako and Kabaya market comic. As answer, 6 now market comic boy, no, and 6 now bonum. Among for bebre answer that and recognizing here. Among for bebre answer that one about you better. No, a very important player at the Manchester United in a Monday. A Dumo by a passes up or Bema accuracy woman any the one name Esitedum and Keka Manchester United and Kessa. Your boom about you pan cabrante way count better. No pain answer. Omuboni din Kakrebi, Makeka Kakrebi not say. Edina Kwakwada and T reporter Mensaka say. Any of our head coach in India. Among for say Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes in Chelsea saa samna no kan 2024 no me say ehu be hiane and some reporter eba dwumade so na pa me kwate ya. Yes, Pierre Bobo Kone Chasa Thompson, Womu Captain Ketway Enzo Fernandez. Womu Tazo Enzo Fernandez Womu Epe. Na Oma Hassan in Entourage, 18 Enzo Fernandez. Obedi Piniana Obabesia Kai, Ediama Pierre Bobo Kona, Anya Rekano, Wamaji UEFA Champions League intino above friendly Ganon, so Wamadia, Wamadia Trophy there, and no one and yet Chelsea, Nansen, Eja, say a club wake up. Ana ya team conference league aja yanke hwese league ye betimi adina niema baby aniema koi atese ye dandan yansane anti rosi eba yenso aja ne first match o wini e opa be ka se atrafo che no mche se dabi eni ya fa ni omo ano mo tia 32 report na tese se ekoba se Enzo Fernandez abaji penia padia ene am se abante na benya akọ PH Bobo kono ene report am se kam na Samuel Titi ana etu mad the 44 former Barcelona player ope player oma Barcelona fo hu se wonu onim ni right ye onim raye pa esa kwa we ya wo ma Barca fo so ye sibruta no ye Samuel Titi na Samuel Titi obaka ya tamo Barcelona Barca fo e ka so moto na kwa se nya de so obeko na Barca fo de ne ka Barca fo ntwes kadi nyina onko na enkotena ana Barca fo dwan hu kwan hu ansa na brante na de penie na edokwa no obo a season crampo to Barca fo se ye so was no problem etre na akwai na anopai ose yankama mande de fo entiase se sisi idea ebi mu yo mutim kwa na ose enye na anka onimpa de ade anka o yese coach ananka owo the upper hand ewe bibia so but ukọ mande da wo mu pami Xabi Alonso yi Xabi Alonso ba he aduma obaye pa edema team no aye coach na yeso decide on the ese players ne ye enye players ni mom ana yeso mu decide edema coach no but I swear ukọ team ya aso maja players na players ni fili sa omo eso de 10 coaches no and the omo pep ana omo ye enu bi ana atu openya ne de Xabi Alonso o Madrid ene Madrid akwa pamu ne no ayam koba kakwansa Samuel Titi adi eba e dwumade so Kylian Mbappe Loten reporter mensa aka sa Mbappe no yase matches o Madrid anim ye enya de sa brante na betimi abobi wo beka ya tama na omo ba bebo Spanish Super Cup final El Clasico e Saudi Arabia no me baba kato se Mbappe any Saudi na sa Barcelona game niti ana mo ka se Mbappe emra Mbappe eba so no nya fully fit reporter yansa kakra tese empane ni ade no mo wa brante no se be ya obetimi abo game ade ama Madrid against Barcelona esa se na Madrid fo no wogidie pa se Mbappe boa win betimi aba nanka mpo ekoba se pambi ananka se nanka mo pam Xabi Alonso anka sa de na twatimi atwa bada eniama ankoye yasi eprano emu henya kakra enti abanta so na wanya fully fit and on Saturday we will game on Lavente bebo abanta no omobi reporter mensa kam se against AS Monaco likely with anya de sa abanta no betimi enso abosa game ni bia no ayi reporter mete efi Kylian Mbappe akata na no permeka che dia mana yase mad team na tenase hu se ade no omaje omo players na ma players na ye gaga too much enti omo se next summer ombe form ho adwene na nanka obinim se ade na ye coach asem na se anya hwe kwa no wini division 2 abasate ebo game na mama santofo we ayi Madrid edina free tournament ma o ma hu se dabi ade no enye coach asem emoma ye players no nti yase Madrid pay for no se edu transfer window next summer players in bebre o me form ho adwene wo mo ho na eno na manfa say point ene o e be Vinicius Junior e bi so Eduardo Camavinga o Lan Tomani yes o mo nyade ene ade Jude Bellingham yes o mo nyade ne ade nti reporter men say kam say yes Madrid the next summer o me form ho adwene ne reporter e ba e wo dwumade so na eno na Kike Sanchez well, no, I am former Sevilla manager. Now, or say, Adia who ya or mad the air attitude. Players in attitude in no, and Eddie Madid in Emubako, Jude Belliam, Sunny attitude in that. A crown was it Jude Belliam, the aircraft and Kayakra. Now, Sakwana, a friend of Vinicio Juniano, one no Adiana or a damage, V Madid the year pa, and a Madid the air mudi, and a players in the air domoye, was he no Ehamadid Timno, and Tony Beckham, I'm a Madid the 40 as a quaya. Wama first one players no ayeso omanya power bi ni ade ade no eno ni ade a eha made no boboko no ebeha any professional coach bia obeba no oba be aduma o Real Madrid eno a reporter Kike Sanchez aye Flores enso ade eba e woduma de so na no pa make kire ade ma ebo Chelsea say basikele ana ave ade to sen ye form new league ya ka fe na Chelsea fo Enzo Maesca kanya Chelsea fo fi but reporter men say ka say Chelsea say ade and on there ade so munya defender na oba be boy pa ezanse basikele de David amwa na Lem Rogino wo ba eduma o ye ne kwan a wo perfect ofa so ball no Rogino say wo pe ball play center back Azebio or ball playing center back player obetimi afa ball afa etire Ediabra center circle ho no ma ba be ma passes na etumi abo eno ne ade a wo so ohia ye pa na ebisa se aja ayi ho basikele wo ye ne kama mo si dabi basikele dia enya de se obebo Chelsea team nti reporter menseka se Chelsea beto defender na omoto defender so dia ya de se tosin adela bia yo ana afa binu abadasel enkoda no wo mu mienu omo ho bekam ene reporter menseka we eduma de so na eno na amanfo so ekoba sa dia George Kofia champion Chelsea beja ne kwan yesi Chelsea say akoda ne pa de oye project home se pa so beja akoda ne kwan de akoda no nimpo ni boye pa and the Casa ball playing center back now. I could answer Onyini Amani Mumia, born over ball at the Amateur. And yes, nay, one player, some of Mabeka, Chelsea, one team in Muswaden, and near reporter Eba, would Monday now pay me catching at the Amana Hans Flick, Nejuma, why, at the Bayern Munich, Anafe, Basuna Bobokono. Yes, one day, baby, Becobia goes to say, dear, where 10 he goes to say, no, what the Bama Tama or Bayern were born at 86 matters, no, now I said 260 goals, and when ya, at the Bayern Bobokono, Pato, or Barcelona. Wabo 89 matches 253 goals as soon as take a crabby pet ultimate say and near men I come Edema Hans Flick and say Ufa head coach na Hans Flick dia can we say goals no there and you Benyan do do pa and no and so Komaka can Emranche sia de Eban Tinatoa and near my come at the moment and the Rose Chris so and I have a can Anna Afe Ellen Holland saw two players here 2020 goals no nyina call at the man Kodano one more time I limit and that's what minute to do one more by Nina a panasa Abranta the daddy Holland and wabo minute to do pa and 1,827 minutes and wabo we had 20 goals and after Hurricane about 1,344 minutes we had 20 goals in tea yes see the over the top 5 Major League Sam Nantia one commanding goal scoring no one musu any na Mac Mayon goalkeeper Edema Esiman and Bokono Matisse so man the new contract no me demand no to 2031 na agreement no man reach ansa atasa brantenche was sign and so adiamatim no and 2 year team now kwakotona na dem so betwa pa and so awon komaka kwani na kwabra reporter men say ka say yes Samuel Tofils ekoda and yamohu sembi edi ewo afkon yimo na ene o ma twena so CAF HS discipline committee no etnas no woman after no opinion so or guilty of a violation of sportsmanship rule and to oma ban the 4 matches CAF international matches and as a CAF matches be a babon kwabna want to mean kwase official 4 matches when we answer yasa fan $20,000 so opinion so etimitia and so Samuel Tofils no na John Hettinger reporter men say we're joining the backroom staff at enti ema openya ne de Thomas Frank enum Tottenham Hotspur eno so nkoma kakwani Asamoah Gyan so akasa na Asamoah ane yebisa se na woni Suarez asem no gusu ka na so oni Rio Ferdinand interview ana oteso ade ne de ono no abrante no on de in football de ote de abrante ne ye ase na de ama manfo adwa ono Asamoah Gyan ye se akoda no waye ne ma wo se na nka opane se no wodi ball no du Tottenham eno ne ade a wantimanya wo se tem bia no ono se do onim sansa na owu mpro nyina kwabena be ka no ho a kopem se ni wudam na eno ya ade a ha adwen ye pa was it prior to that no waka penalty kick out ade be to obo mako bagu 20 ni nyina nti no confident moral no ho but eja am fine to on there was Suarez nya ne he one Suarez ya fine pa one ni problem emom dia dodo ntia se ya se Suarez ti ball no Asamoah Gyan so panisha brante no ema onya so akatua no ana obode say na no ne the only thing na amanfo enso eka enwa asam somo titi sankasa e fa Frank Dijon won say ono na yese oye adwuma ne ade Richarlison so no yes we plus 7 weeks no beba ne ade ana Fabian Schell so akọ Cedric ni I very successful as a Newcastle player no wono so ade se ne Cedric na ayakaba enti nkoma kakwane beta mami friends here but Asamoah say or she said the top 4 of any players are womu enso are making differences in different era kwabna was the era bia no Samuel Tofis be di kai atna Didier Drogba ni era on be Sadio Mane era on so be na wayi Mohamed Salah and the 4 players are different era womu are making history in African football no no ye dia Asamoah Gyan Eddie Aba e wo dwumadi so na no pay and no so ana mi jana fin crofo ama so 7 no yet to me Eddie Esia kwabna bibia ni akire dia
on the first stream no born ni kakra.
Oh okay.
Nti
ya go back.
Nti yesramo. Wa na wo hwe show no first one na. Afi wonya divi no. Sign go back to YouTube na search for Insha TV. Na the second stream make say edem obetimi aba na so no. Oba behwe but emi de. So finally Real Madrid for na nkasa realize say problem no is not coaching.
Players na. So I say players in need sense.
And Madrid they say Sadio in Gomo Hundada. Look, Madrid are top big players. The creme de la claims. Or the players, so one temu oma. How many coaches with Zabia Alonso?
Zabia ya Mantina.
Sentina make us say. Sa players and Obi to say Kylian Mbappe. Why big? So, enti sa ko fo bi to say Zabia Alonso in the bar. Oh no, Kylian Mbappe no. Oshesika wenya abo a obosisi yi no de compare Zabia Alonso ma Zabia Alonso mu nso nche no
well when you say I was
team no zaman temu mo kakra da bia coaches ne babomba benya problem
yes Mbappe nso de no Alonso afọ na kwa ba akọ no
Vinicius
Vinicius atu dob no ezo mo na Jude so ko cause say no kre kwa na ma menkwe
nti amede sa afi dem za Madrid for na omo say ade no enye coaching but players no me adano so mbeka me ka sembi me say wo hwe ensem a Real Madrid board ni gina so e de pam Zabia Alonso na no coach will survive because coach there's all lose dressing room it means that team no ajo nsem bibia ni ho a obeya ebefa but me problem ni say after say players no so yes and yema no park ni so a coach say mo nko players say nko dia na team nso ye sa players no they say giants are players ni ye the fault ni na abo coach nko a da bia mbenya problems bi say anti ede say now Real Madrid for na nkasa I realize say problem no enye coach nko animum players no so is at fault so me bibi at the found all right yenya no so na Fifi Manfred and Besima ko usu bempa ya la meka me ho na ensema odo a garbage ram ka be the foreigner edi tu dani na no yenso emra na yemecheche adwen emfa ho enra Asamoah Gyan and Rio Ferdinand interview no o kansam pi na mu ba ko enne me be se hwe na yenso eche adwen the timing of AFCON akwanya efa so bo AFCON data yede bo AFCON Asamoah Gyan sen kabeya empenifo hwe nanka amo ensesa no ni na ne koba na ya be cheche adwen etimi e dia fan of course Real Madrid in sense I mean ina na dia adwen ye dia no enso betum na e kira adwen enso etimi e di afa ho na anope me pamchaw yemfa seda emfama aye Alicia Deco me pachaw se wo pe w super pa de akosi aye watchroom aye Alicia Deco ene se woko na onso kokoto bi de di kan e fe abo no so da fom pa okra de wo top from 2 and more e de kona na ebo na sase a drop de ba it be so say oya plumber and answer we fiewura ofie na we no washroom ho awasese ni nyina dobisi no koto awo Alicia Deco Samson eba no APPR air pipes and so akofa bi e de aba open fittings union ni nyina Alicia Deco and akofa dodo na e de aba open ba ko ato e beton bi ama wo open so betu na okoton and so no ye beton bi enso etimi edi amount ye will kumase eduma ya pamcho ye will abinchi abinchi wana ye star oyo na eye opposite and also the friend Alicia Deco na WC PPR and fittings ni na no kotobi efa efri omo 0558 063 836 na money eye Alicia the company for ending come 2026 me pamcho bitters ba ko pe edna yedi era ye new year feeling na yedi twa kama ye fa no diakon bitters it is said ya wo kwa akon ha ye ze wo ko diakon ekenkan be ma edu anwumra na wo ko mpamu de so ho wo ko gina mema ni na anem na wakọ akon ade aman nti wo ko na wo felia brotherhood no wo gwie ni na animase eno ntina be ma bia no me kanfo ye diakon bitters Ediama nano pese unya bi nano noma nubrani ni tan nyina ayemu ma se be so ho na so enyabre eyi flames amaman edi fiu system ha be ma bia sabi okompamu a ahunsa untem bia no aya amaman ha ewo system enti anytime bia sabi one oba edi nhyamu pe ya eja 3 seconds na sade ne sane e basa ha dwen emane se ha wo mo but akwa se omu ntimi nka enti ehye so mo ho a eto mo so be child okọ e radio no so aka kire mema no se 3 seconds na hanyam pa enti so be ma bia what's our problem no e diako bitters the bitters of the moment ano and so koto bi na bibia no eye kama enso de ma make say o dwa so okọ a o se ma diako ni bi na memfa nkwa akon anwumrei Alaska Star Enterprise pamchaw de tie ne opeso siesie o dem be ma de obeso oba no oba fie na nani gino ofili secure da eye dem ho we ma trick bi oba bia ewura be ma dem no hu se edem bibia is on pointer no hu se wo be ma no one o you responsible two o you secured because that bia no so koba ne so tia se dem ho no tia aho ze ma de on fans kakra as na fofo ba me guy ne dem ni oso ho me kunu ni dem ni o na se ono so dia agene sama kakra enti bema bia bema de bema ema no kwa de betu excuse o mo kakra ba bema de me sew ma dem ho nya akono e ho asiesie ni ndina no fakoda Alaska Star Enterprise na on siesie on fama from blind curtain to material curtain ebi ewo ho pamcho mo amoko social media YouTubers ni adindina no monkoto mo ring light no and free Alaska Star Enterprise the creative watches and flowers ebi ewo ho eba no best spread no ene aroma diffuser bema dem ho hwam na ya kwana ni no Alaska Star Enterprise okofa bi enso ede aba ye wadum commercial dum also premises anoche plugs anim and a boss from Honan yo ho enkanfo monko to do opposite MTTD officer monsabetimi aka omo ewo 0256 330075 na money Alaska Star Enterprise Benino enso eni eye enkomo yeko Union Practical Institute na yakosua computer de ne upewumpo eni nipa na ebenya eye kasubum so eni nti enene onimade sedien ene uCV eso fe but computer na won chede nim nti no asa wo kwa adwuma bia asi adwuma ne de nka wo qualify de per uCV na ekuta no nenso baby a entike box no eye o computer sem no o de o from adwuma no so ena dodo na yɛyɛ ɛwɔ computer no so nti sɛ wonim a saa wo CV ekuta ne na no ahwɛ ana adwumakuo no ɛnso ɛntimi amfo adwuma ntimi sraw kɔ UNIAT Practical Institute wonim kakra akosua bi ka ho wonni bi kura nso a ne nyinaa bɛtumi akɔ na akɔgye nimdeɛ no ɛde afiwa mu ɛhɔ deɛ lectures papa bi ɛna ɔmo nso lecture ɛwɔ hɔ a wobɛwie na ba no computer na ɛsɛ nso ɔbɛyɛ pabene ɛwɔ mu yɛyɛ courses bebree data analytics online business and e-commerce design technology with drone piloting software engineering computer hardware and mobile phone technicians and artificial intelligence AI ni nyinaa ɛne courses pii ka ho a wode wankasa wokɔ a course bi a ɔbɛsɛ wokɔyɛ ohu biara no ɔmo ɛbɛboa wo ama nso no watumi ayɛ no kama paa school no nso pamkyɛw sɛdeɛ ɔbrɛ ne tie biara wobɛtumi akɔ na ɔkɔ akɔsua wadeɛ regular weekends evening air classes and after distance air classes ni nyinaa no akɔnya no ɛda hɔ ɛde ma ɛwɔ UNIAT Practical Institute pamkyɛw yɛwɔ Kumase sesan so wode esi bus stop hɔ na sesan so bus stop hɔ usia na wafrɛ number yi 0555 383848 na wafrɛ number no mepatwa ɔmbɛfa na ɔmde akɔ ayɛ school mu hɔ Rush energy drink bacha wo sɔre bia before kura obekɔ adwuma mu no na wanom Rush energy drink anasa wo de ebi kura wa start adwuma na unya break kakra na wato ayɛ Rush energy drink na amo ahoɔden sonko a bacha damuni nyina adwuma bia bia no onti bre nso awo nipaduanim Rush energy drink caffeine wom ginseng wom and vitamins ewom a ɛbɛboa wo na energize wo kama na amawo atimi stay active na wayɛ adwuma bibia ɛbɛyɛ kama enso ɛde amawo tap send pamkyɛw oyɛ boga na wotie me ɛwɔ ɛyɛ abrokyira baabi a wo bia no mekamfo ɛyɛ tap send ana ɛde ama sɛ download app no sɛ woni bi ɛwɔ phone so download na usika bia wo di free baabi a wo ɛde aba Ghana bia no use tap send very very simple de okɔ app store a na wa download the app no na de kyene sɛ hono yen charges no in fact at the phone pa so and afin so no first time I download the app na you be sign actually there obetimi enya $10 €5 and afi £1 nyina no on sabetimi aka at the free tap send but o sane sika bia promo code no ɛyɛ abo nhyɛ fam hyem sɛ na bia on charges no and so ebetimi akɔfom etimi ade amount ene anopay yade aya eninti mesraw adua ato ni din cancel mr no kotobi na enum anopay eno amene nam ha bibia anya me we de anwumram kodu fia sɛ me nsɛ mi pagya kora nyi ti pains pa che sɛ enya asɛm kitokra ahanam cancel da bi cancel mr honti no amen kotobi na menso menom sɛ na bia ebetimi abo abusua menom cancel mr na pains no se tu isa me mo afede me hu biem anope me sorry me say right me hu se bibia aye kama ntim so oh sorry na oti pains only peduanim arthritic pain ni nan cancer to me sha and I make come for at the amount ene enso anope okọ eye pharmacy bia also per cancer to me sha say adrono ebia ba aye Kumase atonsu market hona me pacha on sabetimi akabi enso ewo ho and also be friend number 0244 871 862 na onsa atimi aka eye cancer misha edroni bi na onso no watimi anum de twatwo no eye Franco Trading Enterprise me pacho eba no home appliances a eton bi eba phones so a eno nso yeton bi from Nokia, Samsung, iPhones nina okwa buano fofofo eye original so na ye ton e de amanya no kwa your Franco air condition aba nina e wodwa so oba Franco on sabetimi akabi Samsung aba ne chest air freezers washing machine no microwave generator gas and electric stove nina no ye de bi e de aba CCTV cameras orebabubo adwuma mini fie na de akoso bia no wonso watimi amonitor nina no ayade a okọ Franco Trading Enterprise bebre awo ha on sabetimi akabi yebo dum na adum no miamia bebre na yebo yem branches no okọ ejaba Jerry Hona ebi awo ho na afi adjacent old Malcolm honso yo ho the new kedetia okọ Franco Training Enterprise ebie baako ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna opposite Kofo Clinic ɛwɔ Adum ahonso ɛyade a onsa ɛbɛtumi aka yɛn na wato yɛn nneɛma no nso ebi ɛwɔ hɔ saa nso na wokɔ ɛyɛ Google ɛyɛ Play Store me patron obetumi download yɛn app no na afei yɛn nneɛma bi a pɛ so to bia no obetumi ato ne nyinaa nso ɛwɔ 0245 316969 Franco Trading Enterprise and number and na medi amantino obeso no mo ye business a no afre na ono mo aye business kama pa no pay omo ana aso yasena 1044 in 104.5 yes share yen discussions na say at the free aye amonani ano pay report I free Real Madrid eba and it's a empenifo ne say afi do ma realize him say problem no enye coaching nko a but players no so our problem on side of the problem and you know moving forward no afi the Madrid be na omo assorti asa problem na se na be a next coach bia obeba no ono so emenya problem na obetimi anadwuma kama at the ama Real Madrid now I know lead into young question and I discussing and I no pay ye pese ye have awo dwumadi no so hwan and na I was say Real Madrid akofa no as omo next coach because in Mzaba already or actually kopem se dwumadi no season we baba na we na afi Real Madrid and so akofa coach foforo etimi edino aba coach ben sa question dem say Real Madrid for no mo betimi aboan yi pa so Real Madrid fan na utie dwumadi na no pe a ofu se coach ben na Oscar system ni mu a after Barora no mpedi fon kofa no na omedi dwumadi no emfa ema Real Madrid boboko no Kofi Maresca good morning.
Good morning.
Patron, how are you saying?
I'm doing very well.
Edenya say. And now boys say kaki too heavy. Obi the message be ba say team be na say.
Sparta Rotterdam.
Rotterdam. Yeah.
Come do 15 out.
Wow.
And Sparta Rotterdam this season can lose with Fida. So that was the only code now. In fact, management me and that. And the seems make catch was say be say yes say now. And the good thing about your code is yamo because they be say best say about couple. Last minute.
Okay, but who need you know? Say a friend, Richard Answer.
Yeah.
I say good morning, Mr. Richard. How are you and your crew? Please tell Fifi, Sparta Rotterdam Warriors yesterday, but more of him. We are with you.
Yeah, and then your China weekend area, you painting.
Okay.
Sending me na me kobobo. To me kobobo na ka Barcelona ne Sparta Rotterdam.
Pe
half time me buy na Barca and Shebi. Na me so Barca dey. Send me train Rotterdam. Na Rotterdam share one. Rotterdam share one na Richardo. Me do fie me check Barca dey no kwa Barca share 2-0. To me say any agbena. Say na you try Rotterdam.
As Anka boys first car.
You are ready, but of course. You for Tuesday and Wednesday, you know. You be room and Friday then we see.
No bet in the OTS yeah, normal.
Yeah.
You dey be an abidi.
Aye.
To dan o mo twa your hon kakra. Real Madrid.
Rich, I think say before I'll be di Madrid and come on, you have to understand the kind of club Madrid is. And to be very honest, you also have to understand say there's a lot of evolution here also. Yeah. The footballer near born 10 years ago, even Madrid themselves, all the moves can be brain. Look at the kind of signings that Madrid have done. In fact, in terms of permanent signings, apart from Ada Güler, any Kylian Luton Mbappe, any Franco Mastantuono, most of the major players that have come to Madrid have been free. So you take the Heighton last season, killing them. Unless it's very important for them, then they pay money to go and buy. Because only in the transfer markets number be a little bit tactical, for want of a better word. Because you could play a player when you so penal, or wow, and you can make a lot of mistakes. Though, Rich, ube team who player be team no born only bornable, but about team enfa. Sometimes it doesn't mean the sporting director is bad. Sometimes it doesn't mean the coach is bad. Even things like adaptability, settling in the club. Man. Madrid was center back with Jacob Ramon, young boy, which Michel AC Milan versus Como. And this season for Como, Jacob Ramon has been solid. But that Madrid is from the Castilla, in fact. So a lot of factors go into how players settling in clubs. And things have changed in football. Which, to be very honest, I think that today, so we a club now say we say by force you want to impose on coaches. Say coaching their club ne pay kitia, you will not succeed. Whilst also, so we a coach now say we say also pay 100% autonomy, you will not succeed. I think that in the modern game today, you need to be very collaborative to succeed. Yeah, I see a lot of outlets linking Jurgen Klopp to the Madrid job. I don't see it happening. Because, Rich, Jurgen demands certain things to be done for him. It can't be like you say, he walks into the dressing room and at Madrid, you are saying that he has to always fan and then water down the ego of Mbappe, any Vinicius Jr., any Thibaut Courtois, any one, all of the Galacticos of the Madrid team. Nah, Jurgen yes, even Thomas Tuchel won't do that. But like I'm saying, say Jurgen Sukas, he's going down that tunnel where it has to be just about he alone as a manager. He may not succeed at Madrid. Because like you always say, coach, niabe or tactical board or so niabe whatever you do, it comes down to the players making sure that it's done on the field of play. So you need to be collaborative.
First, so sometimes me feel say it depends on who team the day now pay. But because I Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Now one kasa now what you say look. Problem no say any coaching kwa. But players also our side of the issues.
Yeah.
Ebini their players ego.
Yeah.
Mbappe no Vinicius and mono. Sometimes unya coaches on meet me at table.
That is why I'm saying that you need a collaborative coach. The fact say when you deal with me players no. And no interest say analyst and a data person as a coach. For me, she never see the bomb match data wise, it won't help us. You also not listen. The decision 100% rests with you because when you're better, but you listen, and that's the word collaborative. It takes us back to the report about Enzo Maresca and Chelsea. Rich, the report was that yes, Maresca go but 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Maresca is born in 70 minutes. Only a doctor. So it has to be collaborative. Yes.
And so be a compliment.
Yes, to be a compliment each other.
Yeah.
Rich, it is the reason why even in Barca's distress moment, they would succeed to an extent. Because have you not seen the famous pictures of every time Deco and Hansi Rita Flex sitting now almost say more planning players on better? It is, if you go on the internet, it's always there. Barca they want to buy this. And you see, Hansi Rita Fleck walked into the Barcelona team knowing that this is a club at Eniska. So he has to understand that club needs to mean certain kind of players, man. If you right back, almost Joao Cancelo, then they've marketed it that Joao Cancelo is versatile, can play on the left and right. Joao Cancelo doesn't even play at Al Hilal. Ronnie Badji, from where nobody really was interested in Ronnie Badji.
Barcelona then is Kasem.
In America, but Sikasem ni Muromanya coach of your masse. Our results in America, so the two parties understand each other.
And for example, Ebia Dachi Biano, said the entity say Bia, Real Madrid Jumano, Jurgen Klopp it me a question, and now so more Jurgen Klopp. Omumi Obien to me. And okay, let me put it this way. Now to say the Awokano, Jurgen Klopp were straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Madrid is soon to me because okay. Now the problem with Real Madrid, no, you won't say a problem to do on an air players. And here coach, yeah, few so oba, obet me a temi a players no. And whatever, Ebia Real Madrid, Yane Jurgen Klopp, Diano, answer that entirely.
Yeah, so everybody has to give.
I didn't think that Yemi no. Yan to say, look, now a quiet person, Real Madrid, the first one, Yane Jurgen Klopp and Tenassi. This is the way I in the person.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And you be beating
that's exactly what I'm saying. Who your coach in today's modern game? And that's I don't want to just use Madrid as an example. Team Biawoon. It has to be a coach that's one. You need a tactical astuteness. They're very important because at the highest level, one being where you will be exposed. That is why I don't agree with people that constantly say that Zinedine Zidane, he wasn't tactically top. He was top. You can't win to repeat without his tactical acumen. Oh boy. Even if someone knows near, his backroom staff, there was somebody in there, no, you're top in terms of game management, game preparation, game analytics, and who was top in that regard. Carlo Ancelotti was saying, maybe it wasn't for Carlo, maybe Carlo was more focused. That's why in these days the coaches, almost they talk about their staff. They talk about their staff, backroom staff, because I know there is somebody, a Jumani Achichemo. You will be all man. The Juma in the backroom staff was a coach is to be a unifier. Into only the NSA. Throughout the team, the players, what have you, Onona constantly, he is the cohesive force between the various units. Into a car, so okay, medical department for say, oh, senior, I want to say, no, Casa, oh, kitchen for no, the as coaches, the GD says a boy, see the pizza, baby, a beha, reduce cheese, no mood. That's the cohesive person in the coaching staff. There's a tactical person. From my experience, usually the tactical people are very quiet. When you talk about Zach Lowe, who was in the backroom staff of Thomas Tuchel, you never hear Zach Lowe speaking. Zach Lowe say Thomas Tuchel in chain. And they be or she screen about also. We talk about Walker from Maresca's backroom. When Lilo Mo were with Pep Guardiola, they were the tactical people. Whilst on the touchline, the main guys who do the coaching. Current Parma coach Cuesta, he was in the backroom staff of Mikel Arteta. He was a 27-year-old at the time. On the tactical brain, especially in game, when other people will be in charge of set plays and all of those things. That is the thing. It's very important.
And they say Madrid don't cover coach man.
Oh, maybe the Makase in the summer, Madrid will get a German manager. You do some maneuver. Because I think either of the German job or the English job, one of them, Ombejai, Thomas Tuchel or Ulai Nagelsmann will leave. I'm not too certain if Jurgen Klopp will leave the Red Bull job to come back. I doubt Jurgen Klopp will want to come and take a full-time management in BIM after all he said. But of course, Nipa. I've seen players on Makase team with the young Koyempe, Adechino or Kitomujesi say, this is my dream club. So I don't want to rule that out. But then I expect it's either going to be Thomas Tuchel or going to be Julian Nagelsmann.
Okay.
And so when you're Thomas Tuchel, I think that Tuchel can take Madrid there. Or you're tactically flexible, his experience, and or you're somebody who embodies Madrid. He knows the right things to say at the right time. And I think that he will help Madrid for if he's able to get there.
Ella, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I want to say.
Oh, Nyamiado, me hoya pa.
Ye di Madrid en komono. Coach Ben na ufi say Madrid en kofano after Barra.
Real Madrid. Okay. When can say we answer. Me a Barney, okay. The only coach Madrid nya me yembeshme will be Klopp. He's the only manager I pray Madrid don't get. He's too good. And I don't know the details of how he does it. But Obatsimbiemwa, he is able to convince the team to be his team. Bibi Ohumbia. Nhyira fan. Almost structure, almost training grounds. Club about team Rich, it's not just about Nejuma Obaye and the human resource. Even infrastructure wise, he will convince you to change one or two things to fit. He did it at Liverpool. He had done it at Mainz or Dortmund. And club also yes, our manager Sinibia. I think say it is not too much about play and a ball. There are some things also who will play anymore. So, or you convince it is enough. And the club there, me one player say Real Madrid and go find him back. I'm going to find about there. Then, just imagine how big and great Madrid is. So almost had the club back on. and said they already petrol now the jasum no be too powerful, they'll be too strong for any competitor. Any basam anybody around Europe over bre papa and club will quite offer so on any team be spirits. If you don't club a Real Madrid will be too complete, and when Madrid are complete, nobody can stop them. And for Madrid not to enjoy monopoly of European football, and Yamen Kobian come on here, Mompire said they don't get club. Rich. The last two managers are Madrid Enyano. Our Mapamu. I'm at the conversation of when the next permanent manager or ideal for Real Madrid. Conversation here complicated kakra. And it's America. There are two case studies. Ancelotti, Xabi Alonso. Ancelotti is more of a man manager. Or on one kasa or aura. Ne personality ensure obi ebuno. On kasa bebre. Why very very successful on the job ama. Or rather say room biana, you accord him maximum respect. Intimekai a Ancelotti time and a Real Madrid announced say Kylian Mbappe was coming. Media share was that hey Mbappe ye nimuno any the way or zooming himself as a poster boy. Real Madrid already own a poster boy in Vini as that time and FIFA best player. Can they coexist in the team? And before more it is Ancelotti at the reins. Forget about man management and chaotic situation our dressing room war. He will manage it, and he did. Got the best out of the players now on Real Madrid. But Rich, at the end of my Real Madrid Ancelotti, it wasn't anything personal. So a Lucy dressing room and I say player be a mama and a betty so now the players are too much power book coaching you. No. Hansi Flick by Madrid said they needed someone more than just a man manager. Because Hansi Flick is beating Carlo Ancelotti to tactics. And the man Real Madrid call Epamo Ancelotti Omodi Xabi Alonso by me boy. Alonso came in offering something different. On only the young man manager, Rich. Nidia no aye. He is the new school. Tactical flexibility. Obama players no and baby also mujina. Also more pressing, also more passing, also more penetrating, also more expansive football. Xabi Alonso was all about that. What he has done with Bayern for Leverkusen, the tactical argument, and he say Real Madrid kofane bar with the players you way say otimi etini omu into a structure no mutimi bar ebe Rich or starting a human 7.5 months, then we come back and say on your good man manager yapamano. Now on your good man manager Tino, even the tactics ninti e ko fa ne ba no went near install it at the end with team. And Rich, this baby Real Madrid free man will guide you as to who you suggest someone cover. It means Real Madrid will need one person who is a combination of Ancelotti and Xabi Alonso. Well respected, very good with man management, but tactically too, he's there. Because Rich, in Sebamake, don't you see that in Hansi Flick? Yeah. Well respected, man management, super. Because he is the father of the team. But about tactics and so on, you see it clearly. And the premise has been drawn. Now, you use the premise and you scan through Europe. Why and what's our balance? Good man manager, astute you tactician. Rich, one way na say worker say, oh yes, short list of obia or tickets our box we are. Then it will mean say I was a Real Madrid in Sako Kambi. No fun. If it's a certain situation. Because Obiani was see on top of my mind. Apart from club. On said that any team or coach here or ticket these boxes. And even with Club Crano, he's the director of football for the Red Bull franchise. It's bigger than a coach. And Red Bull for no, look, from Salzburg to RB Leipzig, Rich, do you know what they do? It is a big football consortium. Say, let's own clubs around Europe. Let's build some academies around Europe and South America and Africa. And all that we do is we identify talents in football, develop them, give them opportunity at your clubs. Your trophies along those lines with our clubs are fine. But only a major focus. Your major focus, and say, you be developing football talent at the top level, a fine level. Now you're torn, and the amount almost so called over there. Obsessed with superstars and the trophies. And the Red Bull franchise is so profitable. Say they can keep club for 200 years. They will pay him. They are rich people, very rich consortium. Rich. Obi about 3 man.
The BAM team is not possible.
Not possible.
A BAM team na me am say
Rich, with Real Madrid, everything is possible.
Pep Guardiola. True Barcelona person.
Okay.
A BAM team na say. It is SM yin tem kra emfa. Because on there, or take boxes ni me na. Okay. Tactically he's there. He's well respected.
Of course.
See, but where Barcelona ni.
Okay. I never do some people do that. Rich, okay. Any people.
So where Europe? Why? Arsenal, Wenger, well respected, sir.
Yes,
sir.
But Wenger is out of coaching.
No, me can't. The Bedian as Wenger. Arteta.
Respected.
Tactically, he's good, but oye, sir coaches now. Mbappe, Huna. Tali coach with them into me.
Now you see, you've introduced this very good caveat. I won't come on. Rich, you can't respect her. It's not about age.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not about too much of longevity. Say, what shall we do? Why, yeah, do man check and come with you? Sometimes, Rich, to command respect comes along with 1, your personality, and 2, how you carry out your work.
Mm-hmm.
Rich, since the Arteta called Arsenal, there've not been any, unless I be a referee, any situation of disrespect to Arsenal. But do you know, say, there was element of disrespect when Unai Emery was at Arsenal with Aubameyang. Enka odi efa Unai Emery gina ho. Nefa Mikel Arteta gina ho. Which wine and kwa ujiri say o red dressing room place no respect. Or ye penny, or ye juma na che. He has won trophies, big ones.
Now the current Arsenal, Galacticos
Rich. It is not about Galacticos umko. You can see how are you rich. Oh, this Arsenal team say if they decide to be stubborn, they can be stubborn. They can. It is how you tame them as a manager. And you know, Real Madrid players, Edino Susuchi Arsenal, they will have more ego than Arsenal, The Real Madrid, frying pine on the chair, abɛn ɛhyɛ wode nam no tum a ɛbɛyɛ kyew kyɛn Arsenal deɛ no megye tum. But I'm saying say the respect in common you know and yet why na penny. And you can even come down to the Artetas but still can give strong evidence say they can walk into that dressing room and still command the respect from commanding. RH, how old is Zizou? And a dear and our complex will coach him to walk into that Real Madrid dressing room and command the respect.
Maybe and carry as a player.
You get it?
Nemo, yeah.
What you say?
We need a World Cup.
But aside Bibiano, Rich, you could clearly see say Zizou come in with some calm aura. And on Pekasabe, he know how to get the respect out of the dressing room. And for you to disrespect him, unim. Mejiri say one of Real Madrid options, Rich, currently will be to convince Zizou to forget about the French national team ambition and come back to Real Madrid. Says Zizou, he will not have problem with Kylian Mbappé. The French connection will be there. And Zizou, Rich, Vinicius, oh come on. Vinicius will never disrespect Zizou. And for me, he is my first option. Was I a Jumani Bida? True and true Madridista. He knows every corner. On him, you are in the past on your success. He will follow through the same.
Edisiano.
Fifi we a strong advocate for Tuchel. He take the boxes. He take. When my dear mama respected Tuchel, during the transition of Roman Abramovich, or one interview, no say, club no kwa him to the extent say also no one sikafa Costa Bars crime or matches are. He's ready to do it. Do you know what that means? He's trying to tell them, look, these boys, I have them as family members. And so I catch you the situation in the womb. Near before my will follow through. So Tuchel, our nice man management. He come across like a nice man, and tactically he's there. Rich Nagelsmann mono. Nagelsmann will give you tactically good, but me too sure of the man management. I don't have a huge record on say he's able to make sure say Obia very okay. The communication to the players or dressing room very, very okay. It's a Real Madrid options also.
Okay.
And I just hope say Kana was system Rich, they will have to go head hunt and they will have to hit a certain team, whether a national team or a club, to get the sort of manager or mobile mamin tu you know him
Aston Villa.
To Real Madrid.
Kenya bad.
Enzo Maresca.
Enzo. Only did it into a bedroom that Madrid. Florentino Perez Mukase. You pay na chairman zone pa. Go for problem mama. Your coach's names are now hard drink a crap.
Onion too much when the suggestions be me brea. And the end found.
Me feel says Zizou DNA.
Zizou, yeah.
At least I know who I am. Players respect him. Tactically, maybe on Jeden and take a box. But I think, coach, ultimately, remember that 3-4 Champions League there.
My only problem with you, okay, but you know, my problem with Arsenal, there was a language barrier. He's a Spanish. Okay. Of course, any problem.
Yeah. Okay. But before I bet to us, schools and colleges. Competition across over Baba Stadium. No.
And they do for the upset too.
Hey, upset me, you know.
And they say Miss Romo was in the
I can see me, you pa, the other kind.
Bakwaba can one.
Aye, a mass.
The real see I
mean, Bakwaba counts is here.
Say, Mr. High School Abacount.
High School Abacount. Ah, okay. The tennis was some friend on my first game, almost say 2-1. And on my second game against Real Mass of Kumasi obi and so we there Agbena because Amas so first match was 6 and report the free Baba said you but say oh Amas bless no how mature do ye and the ball no more him say so mu ball no pa but so me friend Asha Amas Kumasi 2-1 inti yaka say Amas for no afim Olak and so Asha high school 1-0 I'm a high school so afim na ayala reporter me nya from Baba Stadium and it said I'm upon game na all students. Emranti papa. Ah! Coach, when you play the dia the my. Mami I say one Debbie. Enti eno eye update free Baba Stadium and so dey ban.
Enti high school out of form.
High school out of form and mass out of form. And is it Nelson listening here? Who was an?
What you was film?
You man.
Pempe better form.
Sa
and a pempe better form. I'm gonna want one able. But I'm going share Sims.
Okay.
And TI mass for me now.
Sims, I'm not sure about
yeah, I said why the coach almost. Okay. And I think the game was very nice. Sims, we knew on penalties. Team in your bad. Rich more left back be. Me didn't picture now. Akwa langa be. Akwa ni mbobo. And on one number 5, you on about 6, lefty over 6. Then you bad cry. Until Monsieur say, "Oh, my baba, I'm crying about on bon F. And I can see it to talk from camera. And the ano about should
was my friend for himself when you're very good because to beat this amassing 2-1 there. Was my friend for no more. Me very good. Me very good.
My about 2 minutes beyond. You see. It's a topic of timing of AFCON. Rich, say players last night say omudi omwano tumudia.
Yes, it's no.
Rich, say me de bi amika. Me say me nyini bebre but Rich. What me small lessons in life about decisions and they say sometimes when you are too emotional about decisions, it doesn't end up being the right decision for me. When say the biggest argument about changing AFCON time, has been, that is the pride of Africa. Yes, so what does it mean? What does it mean? In the real sense of the word, what does it mean? I said just like.
We're June, July. No. Southern African show top. Yes, you know good pitches are. You better be the host competition visa because you only chance to talk on the drainage system near the Ninja.
Rich.
And the Debian and Kayam, yam timer. In zoning to talk.
Rich. Afcon ya na nsia wuhwe. Nzondo. Are they not playing it? And then who Rich who could from primary school could JHS to SHS and now who social studies. Now na your climate Ghana. Rich and in the ebe.
Is a name of Brasa.
Bronya ye di kwa pekra amabi. Enso to December. Enso to gigigigigi. And no man say,
me my cousin AFCON there. Date above comment meninja woda.
Ah, Rich. And we say what here as a moja and referred in common. They were seriously talking about how difficult a year for you as an African player.
So big Jow club was
yes to fit into your European club that time. And your boy going to be one season. Now be careful now. You are really needed. You are really needed. Then you have to go. You just have to leave. And
Yenti Asamoah and Cassandra on a Ferdinand interview no. Asamoah on AFCON time I bono no. I think I calf. And now almost the same kakra.
Yes, that is something that I've thought about all these years. It affects most of the club that they have the African players, the important players in it. I think it should get to a time that FIFA or CAF to have a place, during off season for this AFCON. That is my opinion. You can see a club maybe leading the league table, all the players go to AFCON in January and they start dropping points. I'm an African. I will always go to AFCON, whatever it happens or not. I will definitely go. But I think the calendar is somewhere that they should check where the calendar, maybe after the season or something. And of course, I would definitely go for AFCON. I always tell them, nobody should come and tell me, hey, you're not going to AFCON. No, I will go to AFCON. AFCON is like a World Cup to me. That is what every African footballer thinks.
Okay, enti asamadan ana edesan komi edeto ewiase nyina nim after say one anasebra one Ro Ferdinand enso eye interview na uti asamadan say AFCON no baby e hye no ha adwen pa because o say African player bia no AFCON say eye World Cup ono asamadan say o say enu AFCON na bia ne club a wusi akan ma omo abruchom so ma ne nkoda o say enti da gono AFCON no the was hunu no e too big at the band say obeka chan so ma ne mebo AFCON but ade ba ko ha adwene say also be ayi baby a ya fix AFCON no baby a season na drew critical stage o team da top obesa o G League sabe no e say o players ni nyina no omo free team nim na ombebo AFCON obe no ye bebo season ba wi no na nka team a nanka oyaje league no dey sini na so because of players are losing to AFCON no na be na team no entimi anje aye competition conference and na so nti o say basa na ma clubs no omo release players no dey ama amana mo makobo AFCON na ha omo kakra iti nkaba ya CAF ani mpanifo a omo ene ka bi omu no omo nhwe na AFCON date no ka enye after the season yabo season awie no na nka fix AFCON sa bread club no so giant players na mo ma be sia kan e dey man country a on sheda any problem bia enso awum Kofi asama ajan na akan the timing of AFCON ai bono no one ne adwen.
Oh, I think for me this as
I season
I idea back wa makano for the last since I've been here. I remember one time Abrana Yenia Nuhu Adams and we had this conversation. Heated. Nuhu was always making an assertion about the weather condition. And I keep on saying, say, I don't know a flimsy excuse for me. Because Okache me say during the summer, sometime in Europe, any America, summertime no heat, any extreme.
I say I go World Cup.
You World Cup or Qatar. Sometime no, the temperatures are wild. Club World Cup near the other. Which it is just quote and unquote a lazy way to keep on either being emotional. I know Kasanoka say me say yes DNA. It is because we are just too emotional about that point. What is DNA? In January, Rich, even from a marketing perspective, and for me, because of what I've got into in marketing, I'll constantly have this conversation around marketing because I only rule the world in terms of this kabeba. From a marketing perspective, the number of eyeballs that we will get on AFCON, ABA share games elsewhere. So you won't get that attention.
Because Nigeria and the Morocco game, yeah. No, 8.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's divided attention of a sort. In all of the continental competitions, it is the Asia for any yampe and the about when the season is ongoing. Nimi also is not the stronger to the extent that even though we play it in the off season, we play it in the middle of the season, we still have certain level of eyeballs. Africa, and the continent of all the continents in the world that has the highest youthful population. So why are we not making use of the numbers? I think that CAF has to do more. In fact, with respect to AFCON, there are a lot of things that CAF has to do. It is high time a CAF linked up with AU to sit down how to find very good travel modalities of people traveling in Africa. Which any AFCON, we have to make it and then AFCON. Only say barring the big games, the percentage attendance at our stadium won at 36%. And what from? But you see the Moroccans. No. The Moroccans are top. Almost for come running to baby unless very bad game. Look at the group stage games. Not go for show because Nippon of Guinea. A flight from Guinea to Morocco, or even say from Ghana to Abidjan. The last time I checked Ghana to Burkina Faso, almost 4,000 cities. Whilst I checked the flight from Greece, Mykonos, to go to France in Paris, I have 40 euros. 400 cities. Yeah, the flight from Greece, I go France. But then in Africa, where Burkina Faso is just about a few hours, semi drive a crumple through the Burkinabe border to the upper Western. I can get there.
And then this car
without money. It's the AFCON. We need to approach it in a more scientific way, much more research. And then we say about Boama competition, I can say more. Rich, we need to play the games in off season. And from the player perspective, it's important because I'm not my competition here. But if constantly, only one eye say, okay, born here, born you slow, you bet me a prime in the middle of the season, we are going to have issues. Then what are we going to do? If any club is going to buy an African player, no better who say General Rebecca, then we are impeding the growth of your players. We need to get the AFCON in June and July. Maybe June, July. Euro say Koso AFCON and Koso. And now guys are two different leagues. Say they was Spanish La Liga, English Premier League. No. They are going on. See, Spanish maybe I remember Euros now started 2 weeks before. Now so ball there 2 weeks later. Now if it's a games name back to back. You get the spotlight of the world. So for me, those excuses about your climatic conditions,
excuses.
People have built stadia.
I say, and I like it. Morocco AFCON.
Yeah.
I mean, from group stages, you know, matches ahead. Even
before Morocco crown, what I'm saying is that
and so to the beer.
The various continents, people have incorporated ACs. Our stadium.
Qatar.
Rich, I traveled recently. A whole dome. AC, like what's one of various stadium AC ball now if you are wanting to show more into race stadium who know to enter the stadium. I think that we need to do better, honestly, as a people.
I mean, so get to every camera.
As somebody can yet team. Look, players must have the biggest voice in football. It is not about the emotional sentiment of fans and some extreme sense of entitlement, being pride, be a meaning baby free. Rich, pride, sentiments, emotions. It can't make sense if it doesn't fit into society. Rich, utu was here. Untimin kase, wo as rich, you feel extreme entitled to Oba Junior, and that's the Abema Wenia Genesis a one or crano, and until Yama or Quine Aba, not the piano, Bonana Weniji, into not po, because I will right, and you, and amount. What I'm trying to say is, there is a limit to entitlement, pride, and BBR, and that it will not make sense if it doesn't fit into society. The football calendar is there. There are African leagues that are trying to synchronize with European leagues. Reason, and they say, we do our transfers in a synchronized form across the world. And yet, they are the ultimate of agrona ye friend football. No, omuno de buy, omuno mu lead, omuno mu invest more. That is the reason why research back at and say, AFCON, but see a research into players no ambaba AFCON leagues so mubono do na info mu free. We will know where they are coming from. And that research will tell us, by the time we move bono, not those leaks no move from Mubano. Oma Posia now, Oma ye. And the answer will be a big no. And does it affect the players leaving their class? Our mumu their daily bread, you know.
The answer is yes.
That time for AFCON the answer. So why are we not?
Because maybe not players living person Babo.
Exactly.
Because her club no baby stage no more drew. And ebia obaba kro betu losing the position and oba be plano. Na factors.
It's rich. Ebimu aba be boa. They never got back into their clubs again.
Mike listen.
They never.
Mike listen menya ACL. And Ukraine Tunisia na go Tunisia also. Menya ACL.
There are sometimes boy any enko si share. Me my boy AFCON me ko. And okay, you go They don't tell us these stories, but you go and you don't fit in again. You don't fit in again. There are some players in Barrage in the year of AFCON. Yebo season now. Ebeka 2 months to the AFCON. Now the coach has started benching. Because he knows say yeah can me losing you.
Saladini.
Yes. Yentie players no.
Okay.
Omo na ball no, omo no mo ball. And I hear to should be amana ye fe. So when they tell us something, we must listen to them. It's as simple as that, Rich.
Kwasiano for say, please then let also listen to Koulibaly's opinion also. Are the Koulibaly's today?
I don't know.
Mr. Osebi about me the Koulibaly then so bananka fitting to
I don't know if he is talking about who say Koulibaly is suspended for the final. Rich, they mean about a lot of tournaments and they say you ubet me and your accumulated cards till a certain level of the tournament. Mostly the quarter final. You do quarter final, you clear all the accumulated cards.
Okay.
It is only when you red card in the semis and you miss the final. But you do not carry through accumulated cards from the knockout stages and say because of accumulated yellow cards you are missing the final. And Koulibaly is missing the final. We don't know about the English situation, but Oya fit in part because of the cards. I don't know what is that. I don't know what can was and I think it is very, very good. Say, CAF will also look at Sadia because Rich, your tournament, you want to see it, every team beer
and he's the captain.
And then it starts, in the final. That makes it the final. Yes.
The leadership.
I don't know if that is the point. I think it's right too.
Okay, Ghana so general transfer window ni akatum. Aduna yakatum say teams obi antimi enye business biem. Na no pay compile teams obi business or especially with big teams Asante Kotoko business miensa. First one omofa brand friend Prince Badu from Nation Service or EDM. Adna omofa brand no Sanso and a striker in Yakubu Dogo on omofa from mid city and no division 2 side. Adna Kumasa Sana Consono F a brand no and the shocking one Mzadiano Eba as improve bia any sheda any so and abrante fence abetamo anakuma sasa no ko atono edri ama Ali Benghazi amo awo Libya no abrante is back obobo 6 months ade ama ayikuma se Asante Kotoko nanum ana kasama for dem ayikuma sasa no ko lo asafuduku achechem reason tia abetamo asan are join kuma se Asante Kotoko after say Kotoko etono edino ema Ali Benghazi of Libya. Savuduku in TV.
Yes, I can confirm that Albert is coming back to us on a 6-month loan deal. We've been in a cordial relationship with the Libyan side since both clubs struck that deal. And so when the offer came, they gave us the first option, and then we readily accepted it in view of Albert's legacy at Asante Kotoko. I think it's not unusual for a team to release a player on loan, and it's nothing bad about it.
But was the guy registered as Ali Benghazi player for the league? Because their league is in session. Sure,
I'm sure that he's been on their team sheets on a couple of occasions. If you have been monitoring the team.
Okay, eti last Savuduku and I confirm say yes. Albert Amwa is back. Obviously, 6 months a day. Ama Kumasi Krobia Asante Kotoko Ebobo Ekuno. Adriana Football Club, I'm also saying 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm also a defender. Some a circle for Omofa free a Nations FC. And I feel Omofa a striker in Benjamin scenario. On also Omofa free a instructorman. And now on also be a day ama team from say Adriana and afi Daniel Awuni and also from Serbia or your winger and Adriana Efano midfielder in Salim Bafida and also from A Future Stars and also ABC Akan at the ama Adriana after say Enra ye can transfer window no and so at the A2 Samatex and so A2 I'm also a midfielder in Abrante Fence Samad I'm fan free Park Academy and a striker your friend say Gabriel or say also from a Park Academy and a Samatex and so a far a team you know at the Omo and so if you know 2 players and a Samatex and so no a toy Summit and have a Gabriel or say Omundinano 1 midfielder and a 1 striker Omundinano is a kind at the Emma team from say Park Academy. Bekum Chelsea Samobodu and so a striker and Dominic Frimpong and also from Diana and Amofa Brantano at the every year and then of course Kumase Asante Kotoko midfielder Samuel Ayetinedu Amofa Brante and so Eddie Efri Kumase Asante Kotoko. So what that means is that I have big boys now Mediama Anye business bia Go Stars and so Anye and then has the folk the name say because of the transfer ban intino na has intimi and to player and I say omuntimi and ton and so emfa ema aye obi anti so far no clubs and business will be aye na yaboboso etimi e de amamuno I am sure some from ho abetamu a ni coming back to Kotokono asoko kakra
enye bebre because of enyoma na ACC ewo Ali Benghazi the ambassador bi chemu nyina ne say coach or sanction say Ali Benghazi ento abet amwa emre no Rich, unfortunately, sa coach you know any hubium. And there's a new coach. New coach in the bar, you know. Seneyana Ibimu Yomo Football Club na. Omo very, very plain with omo ideas and omo opinions, you know. What I know is that the coach in doing an appraisal of the team, no, the tactics, players are available to him, or Jiri said they will not be too part of the plans. Omo Jiri so me fit in the philosophy ne bibiano. Player for player. Odu abetamu aso no kaje ne say onwuni ye. According to Jumedi ono ba be di no.
Oh, you're playing times are for
Albert Amua age and in the growth. Say on your loan deal be till the end of the season. Can go to homra. Now and keeping it active. Now
I'll leave on season 9.
No. And there. So when Albert Amua was informed, he also told this. Me BBS I will still have to communicate to them. Say, oh, my situation is saying it's you. So Kotoko saw an opportunity. Sarah me huno.
Because any is a goal scoring guy problem.
No problem. So Kotoko saw an opportunity. Say, Charlie, even though you're the morphine, Kwame Poku is there. Now you're the Yakubu Dogo. But if there is a late information and the player is Albert Amwa, the club Ali Benghazi are ready to give him on loan, and we can negotiate with the club, and even the loan, the club will still pay him. Why not? You know, we take advantage of it. Me sure say it is a deal obi a oya kotokoni bia will say ompe. If Abetama is coming back, ope. And he enhances the image of the league too. Or a big boy. Now or a certain brand beer or the kind of league, you know, any identity, he'll be well welcomed.
I mean, they have me in players, you know. I'm outside. I don't know why.
And for the player, I'm particularly worried for him. What is the future for him? Oh, Ali. Yeah. The future for him at Al Ali Benghazi, I think for me that's the only issue. But for Kotoko, they win for them because someone top player Okoye. And after say Kotoko Okoye, no be bisa Kotoko for say maton player no, ye no be anshe goes my. So if we
no
can
opportunity
get
now,
exactly.
But you see, so if Okasa about the future for him, then in a broader discussion, Ubisa won't say Ali Benghazi for no. Am I a wrong business, Anna? Because you push this amount of money in a player, and within a short time you give the player back to the club. Then the discussion around the player and say, "As I said, I'm putting then Antisikana what to go nimuno yaboke guana."
They say there's a son of Anna.
You get it? The moment you have a dilemma about the future, for me, and yet Bibia, I better one mom. Must think about Bebre. Ali Benghazi for no moment you saw him, invested in him, and now it's as if say, I say, Sikara would do any mono. Who said that? Who say, Obetimi?
Okay, my name is a question, and raise a question about a league because we are talking about Abet Amwa. At Kotoko, a big boy.
Mami Kasemunjo. The standard of the Ghanaian league, the standard of Abet Amwa, Yeni and Imdada. And it is not as if it has changed. A woman who's our standard, no. And also, when you invest, say, so offers our standard, no. Now, within this short time, would you say you made a wrong appraisal of situation, no? I don't know, admitted the open. A woman who a wrong calculation. But I situation like that. Don't we? Him say, your league, you know. Has not and rule some points in where we can say, Charlie, your top league, your top players. But even in Kakana, you understand that now. You want so who appreciate in a certain way. Now, who is the shame? Now, within a short time, who say, I didn't man, said they may pen now. It becomes your loss and not us.
About who's it? No, some of the
issue of the Ghana League, like I say, no money. My problem is just for the player, because for him, we free Kotoko, we move it Al Ali Benghazi. Every normal human being who make his steps, strides, echo, and himself, you probably want to go a notch higher. Okay. Oh, I mean, of course, on the surface value, that's what it looks for now in the short term. That's what maybe I say the future of the player in the long term. I hope they have a plan.
Okay. Yeah. Adriana, see you. Atapoku. Atransi, my name any enkomo. See you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Na, I want to say, yeah. I mean, so my Diana, dear, but yeah, me must have this same question. Yeah, sure. Would young players, yeah, or more Ghana if you so in Colombia, the big boys in our league? I'm going to travel free and league in him, no more a different league, but 6 months. But there's also a beam. And raise questions about the standard of our league.
No, it does on the surface, but if you go deeper, the individual is the biggest exponent of the collective. Nipano, Chastela was about the best we had here when Timan boy told us. Or by
Kwampuku.
So
Kotoko,
no, careful out there, no. Ever reflecting and then there are a bit to say, this Esson in or dreams, no. Yeah. Like they know has Nhyira and all dreams. I called you and he played very well.
On the Eric Nana.
Was good. No.
Eric Esso.
They all dreams, no. In the first 6 months he was super. Yeah. No pride. See, I never be brave. I never be brave. A lot goes into it. And then the pressure there, they've never met some before. The pressure there is incessant. Maybe to my cancer maybe because of Minta. It had nothing to do with performance.
Pressure keke.
And Kasem. They wanted him to sign something he was not ready to sign. I can't be no buy. And Algeria, and Morocco, and Egypt, and Libya. A volatile place, stability. So, one year careful out the bear shall bet one.
Okay.
But cracking is difficult because senior or more wise scout or who are the time or more Kayo de Luso de so Nigeria. They're always carrying the content for the best. Into bar adaptation time they can create. See, okay. And then again, Abetamo is not a big boy. He's not. Oh no, he's not. The lack of a readily available one, you know, a big boy. Nana India. Profile wise, Abo Ashanti Gold, Abo Africa. And on the back of the Codium ball 2002, Nye Pranka final no boy. So will be a big boy or league man. That's the standard of a big boy. Mahatma Otu was a big boy. You see, like Albert Amwa, the trajectory near fan 4 years ago. No way. No, so I know Kumasi, I know they were called Kwaibi Brim. No, Olympics. No, Abakotoko. You'd have to be careful.
Okay.
Mama for pressure, baby, and goodness. He's not a big boy.
On that level.
Oh, no. He had a good patch of form.
Yeah.
But Tamo Bonafide didn't because he was the best striker in the league. No, he wasn't. Luckily, no, Botima, he has the greatest hype in our country. Tia propelling. For what I say. A bit to say Lord Amwa and Kamaradin. And I remember. When you're careful, you'll be swayed by the hype. But Lord Amwa trajectory near him, Benab, Brekum, back. So that period, Nini, I know Kamaradin about Africa. No, born giddy after so I got Tamale City. So you'd always have to be careful with them. There's some more pressure and conform. So a lot of factors contribute to you doing well. So to quiet.
So I'm going to play be medibida.
Oh, a lot of factors.
I see no for no. Yeah, and then changing our performance.
Debbie.
But unnecessary pressure be sikasam.
We say those things about even South American players near the called Europe young, and we say their time of acclimatization so you to pass more. It's sometimes seen because on also you feel crew Marco.
No, the pathway bit is very important. Pathway, no. Fifi, pathway is important. So Brazil niya kura ko Shakhtar Donetsk. Nani niya no to
because at least Brazilian players baby or
Argentina ni ko Portugal or ko Spain. Nipa no ho. Colombia ni Akrabia would want to play Getafe, Leganes, those Madrid-based clubs. Why? Because we Spanish everywhere. Foreigners on doors from Madrid, Colombians.
Yeah.
Okay.
To help him. Italian players no, and Brazil. No. If free Italy, Echo Brazil. In Mbappe Omoje passport, Rafael Toloi, Jorginho. I'm in Italian passport. Why? Because Italy is a good place for them. Just like an Argentine boy in Napoli, Lavezzi, Maradona.
Enough of some common. Say,
but it's a welcome addition in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in feel.
Okay.
But the Kotoko should be ready to answer these questions. Because me and my agenda already, so that's where I'll be going. Sounds when you scam. Today, you know, I sounded in amount.
Questions or
Oh yeah. It's not an ideal situation for the board, so they have to manage it. Because supporters platform is Kotoko fans now we would ask you into any bit and salary because it's elevated, but you drew no. Come on, I'm managing the year pass and about crying Benyan assume grade. Sano managing also kata with goals. 1 or 2, 3 bottoms aching.
Okay. So anyone in Abeko. See what my Diana. And then I was saying,
oh, it's nice. No, my though. We saw Genia party. You took quite now. Your boy matches no, your share near the any job on your naba. You could be a fine, your board draws are fine. We are trying to change the fan culture. As a son, my dream war Ghana football.
As a quiet and all of a sudden, Diana, and never be brave as a then now they are continuing.
First thing I understand now is I'm you know, I say. You see, I make allegations a lot. I only accuse you when I know the end of the accusation. The man, you know, problem in the never, you know. Bruna have for the headquarters of lottery. Ghana. Baby, you know a lottery business. A booming chain for yeah, papa. So it was only natural. I said the advanced form of lottery betting. Na beijing anywhere. Ata be the born nature bet, be the ultra bet. And the sabria bet so be doing so the born nature bet. I don't have some for you na be cool. You have people walking up to you to tell you this. Say yampa, so you too. And someone now trade you so I say betting.
I said it's you see.
You say you bet here. Yeah, na me I wana vision ko share one on. I was so scared. The ultra bet. Supporters no be 5 in for the frame. One Casancho place na dey be boom. I'm say ah. Oba boom say. Na Bobby on born park so na nya kra.
To musu say bia.
Omo players no every bet no so aba players no performance yeah. Savage match now has really done my reign a lot of good. Now Krabi room from Sanja or Sarah BBO Grand Panther. Right small back. Boy be. Name so by or the bonnet I remember and they say so yeah mo hwe na mo fa nkra matiblim ball no enye mpanyu. Eduana no so na mo say Real Madrid obi mfi onko baby ah. You enter experience players. So it's changing. You took on the fans score.
Okay.
So the bell mo ka ko hu say ni obi krom tie. Ti ko en no ba fi asundwe ma. Then ti na obi ba dama obeka say o ma ne nko na busuan ho asundwe mo. O ko ye no.
Wa ba fi.
Nti de na obi ba ho a o ma ne ba. So 1 year in there it's trying to change the club culture. No, so let them understand. Say, Nhyira else says, if you are not Real Madrid, it's only Bobo na be bar. That's a good of 5 tongue. Yeah, preseason day 4 of preseason, and I share you for my offer for Reese.
Okay.
Opoku Chumesi Reese any Raymond Ajiman that ball 120 center back pairing. Now Raymond also cost Sweden Djurgården, and then later on almost open 6 months structure we employ. Reese needs to can a day boss season way. The GF is come with the money you can find some you invest here because you make a
me were two very very important maybe I'm best me who say the football ecosystem say the bit me maximize it we will need a certain level of engagement here supporters in a part of the culture. We just sponsor. We because a dom the idea we achieve music ababishim. Yeah, the camera to swan for showmanship. Fans was stadium or away or home. And see, supporters now, they are very very important in running the club. When we say Nhyira a BB, like he's laying solid foundation. And a idea so otimi bieswa others can learn. Yeah, timid also can learn because in between the education of what is being done well, carry it on radio for others to say, oh, okay, here we were media for Nakande. Supporters engagement. Saying a year no end. Who say ebe improving more.
The first thing you need to accept is that the catchment area should expand. The more nipa higher doors, the more na wunye be a stadium. Because of it not doma him kronkwa. Enye. So we shall see free break. Doma phone be wo. Sunday last Saturday omo program be Sunyani Doma connect in Sunyani. Okay. Sunyani asase na nkasa doma for asase. Only 30% be na was Sunyani ewa. They are canning now out to Sunyani na doma for asase. So you go there and tell them say Sunday ni say and say obey ya oba men content
Ediana
because it's just an hour and 10 minutes drive. 2 because you say bonsa they after you feel yeah naming ceremony obeko omo ye influential pie local council of churches and imam obeko
go mu kura dom no
to obeko amom who said mu ye ni here region no about health omo ye dominant pie Presbyterian health services is the most vibrant in the Blue Enclave. I mean, hospital, the Presbyterian Hospital. Of course. What do you do? Because I from no hospital administrator. To Christmas, him say you could share amount 4 bills. Any Alex watching. Yes, I know money. Why? To let them feel part of it. And then engage the local media. So they get the information and then relay it to the outside world na bom chira nkom make catch say oba no na mfo Kumasi ntini bibia ni Kumasi na adeko you speak here but omuti local radio na say they have more influence.
Of course
you have to engage them. Afibra Stadium oba etueska last season you hear we na average revenue for attendance 4,200 cedis.
Revenue.
The enya akese so yakotoko enya 32,000. Yene has say we're 20,000 cedis short of 106,000.
wow
Yeah. Netto.
that is massive
Why?
As a supporters in the stadium.
Mubaba. Also ba.
Tia Mauska
The first thing we did was that we call timber merchants no.
Okay.
Our modern man ho. TG almost 20,000 ama enya almost 80-something thousand. Until all blacks na get free. Nations na get free.
okay
Luckily for us, nation ye shall let go. Hence, Namponza shall go. No, your old student of the mass. So he got them. All blacks so ye shall let go. Maf no share. Sanso omudembium. Mediama ye be a gate. We got 60-something thousand. But I don't know anything. The most difficult thing is to maintain that thing. That is the most difficult thing. Now no here bo Kaela. That's the lowest we got at the gate in 13,000. Why? Because Vision and Beshe one day lowest. So they are angry.
Which is normal.
But now it will pick up because you are Karela 2-1. Omoba. So normally this is what we do. Yes, I catch on for bus. We will fuel the bus. So they will pay for the bus and then we will fuel the bus
for the away games.
Yeah, you call GG's at 20,000, they be the catchy. And they chama on your brand is yes, kakaka. Into Mombra. So mobile we matches now. Pressure or doma this year pa new players no. No pressure any so. They play better football when they come out.
Away, yeah.
Mobile we game different crowd, you know. Omudi Chibasa. For that journey from Doma to Kumasi to Hoi to Pando 50, it takes away your problems. We will do Doma be man Kaiser and it's a story that Ubenya Biaka, you call her say in this year, and I say if you are ever almost supporters bass never say, and you know, much and our players in the Mocha or more supper. Players they do and pony HD. You need those memories. Send a bear can be a chamba. They love the team, but no money a contact because I'm in boom. And I've been part of the management since 2017. I Obeba, this is a match day no about. We are no Johnny Kumasi. One day, some train and all that. Almost I couldn't know the bomb. You know, so it's the maintenance. But Mijidi said we could get more in the last 10 games because I would want us to be in the hunt for the league. Yeah, target Nankasa say we are top 4. Because last year the 8. To check 8 in the 4. We have to be in the top 4. In GFA Cup, that we want to win because since 2017, I AG Super Cup no boss no. Trophy be ambao.
So aside the community engagement, you know, you also need the result.
Yeah, the 2 goals
because I never drive you support the Ababa Stadium.
He said Diana Pao. Unim send is here rowdy. 4 home games. You draw 2, you lose 1, you win 1. No, by Nanka Jadem. Of course. And you're better. What on match? Yeah. But vision match no multimedia made him cast on Beko players no solo. Taught me something. Me announces Benjamin Chibanyaban. Nobody is going to complain.
Of course.
Nkram Boydiana is done.
He's one of the best young players I know in the last bet.
Nkomoni had about your time.
One very, very important question. But
I was saying,
who say the who engage supporters, you are showing bits and pieces of increase in revenue. But you and I know we've sit at the other side, and our biggest problem here sustainability of your Ghanaian clubs. Because no pan never more who say yeah ball and yeah professional. At a better way, onti say Odin como say Sunny Tessini and Mediana. So Sergeant for and Palma. So when you see Kana, we are not able to even go and do anything.
A club now when you see
but now you the normal to talk
yes,
you the normal to talk say be you drink a canada to futunim, you drink a canada to futunim, and now they build the sustainability of a club no. sa sustainability topic no.
Yebeba so. I was serious about because
I'll share this with you.
What BB and Nema BB and this would be a chain. Having clubs and some
the biggest legacy to local game. Yes, our $1 million Ghana cedis. Yeah, the MIA no Sergeant for say, look, some new management and more Adrian raise 1 million Ghana cedis for me to see. And I'm invest 1 million or GCD. Now we've almost raised half. Sasika 1 million. Yes, we are raising half.
Like investment.
Investment.
Yeah. And I are raising half at that account. That in the event say next year's year 1 million. Why? Budget I did both season that's fine. Hey, risk the transfer exactly. Or the Moldova.
Bema wo Johnson ni mu pai ebikam eyawo eni moja edi akira ana wo tempampan e wo Johnson n'achi ensan
in the process maybe say promo code ayedian no about Nhyira FM ahye e basa automatically no ye chew £5 and €5 and ye more Europe so America na Canada ye chew $10 for free o send this cancel ye nto we tap send it there no fee.
Hey, neje se ukayo tap send papa no
yeah ojo what's on this channel okay any mam check them some fro Kaish, a soon tap send party jack. Mama, we are saying, can you? Hey, remember
Ofa, Pacha Mamma Fro.
You know what when you say?
Masuya, yes, Nana.
Not day.
Sebaby, I'm here to me, and I'm all fast and miska. I didn't count what the Cosi will be sending for credit discount. Oh, you're the buy and so I'm equal here. I won't send me brave. I feel crowd of mobile some transaction or order.
Ah, Debbie. And catch you, catch offer say on download do tap send. So download the tap sender or send this camera wire. About to mobile money and our bank account simple.
Tap send.
Yeah, tap send. Now okay, tap send it there. If you see a fan baby obia, so what Europe and America, Canada, so kura Android, so kuta iPhone, and once we download the app not two phones. In the process, maybe say promo code ayedian. No about Nhyira FM ahye e basa automatically no. Ye chew £5 and €5 and ye more Europe. So America and Canada, ye chew $10 for free. O send this cancel ye nto we. Tap send it there. No fee.
Hey, neje se ukayo tap send papa no
yeah ojo what's on this channel okay any mam check them some fro Kaish, a soon tap send party jack. Mama, we are saying, can you? Hey, remember
Ofa, Pacha Mamma Fro.
You know what when you say?
Masuya, yes, Nana.
Not day.
Sebaby, I'm here to me, and I'm all fast and miska. I didn't count what the Cosi will be sending for credit discount. Oh, you're the buy and so I'm equal here. I won't send me brave. I feel crowd of mobile some transaction or order.
Ah, Debbie. And catch you, catch offer say on download do tap send.
Just na Leo ma 1,000.
Okay.
Na me 100. Na me conquering. Me na
Yeah, I saw that.
So me free cry but na me cry almost 250,000.
Okay.
A boom. So madam for.
Mama kakra.
Bibia cost here $17,350
Okay.
from Leo. Plus shipping and everything. Yeah, this I can. Until now you could sell it to the people in the market
cheap
without pressure. They can't afford the Icarus price.
Yes.
The American standard.
That was the reason why.
Okay.
Because the ton was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Century, I checked.
Was a motor on 200?
Yeah. Century.
Which is not very cheap. The cheapest you can get on the market will be 300. Get is about 200. I mean, Mr. Of course.
I say, I just use a baby. Boboso keke na yengo fadu mukasi.
Oh, okay. Ere betu inquiry.
Okay.
And tieno ana ye de betu dwa. Betu si yenka jo say we obi a we interested in betting there. One platformer omo very very friendly to you as a customer. Betway. At the papa bi a wo betting mu bia no omo obi. And omo wo broso. There is no betting company oni wudi djuma unya mfaso etchin betway. Wa unim dada. Say you win boosto, say you bet saver, say you boosted also. Bibi a wo betting mu bia ya bia betway and the buy no bia esia. Na enye no mani nyina no metimi esia. Baako any bet influencer no. Enu ti na ebesi ne omonko a ene was opportunity no dey ma. Ase ne say wo hye bet wo betway a o unique code na da bet ne so no. Betway say share na from code nta bet ne bi. So mu ditwa sika mu ditwa ye bia no 4% of sales ka no wa code no wo dia no wo usika obetimi de ego botom we enye betu ya untimi wo ba bia te ya na wo betu ya na wa better responsibly betway almost get way more.
Therefore brand ko yanko fa dum kase no na nyame ya dum anhia ochena 9 o'clock na emfa the weekend sports no emfa emramo. See you say I just about part 2. So part 2 na enkomo ni bibli ho na inimfa ento aso. Okay. Edema si adum kase eto aso nyame adum ebesan enemo share.